Welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am the host and creator, Teresa Caesar. My intention for this podcast is to deliver to you wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness through solo episodes and conversations amongst insightful people. It is my greatest honor to bring to you talks that come from the heart. Hey loves, welcome back to another episode. Y'all, I am so excited for today's guest because she is someone I have been admiring for a long time and truly get inspired every time I see her content and witness her evolution. Today's guest is the one and only Vanessa Ruiz, the face behind my Vanety, a Tucson-based makeup artist, beauty educator, and lifestyle creator who is redefining what it means to glow from the inside out. With her signature soft to full neutral glam and a community of nearly 60,000 women, she seamlessly weaves together beauty, wellness, motherhood, and entrepreneurship into one unapologetic, heart-centered brand. Known for her raw honesty, cinematic content, and girls energy, Vanessa isn't just teaching makeup. She's teaching women how to step into their main character era and become their own dream girl. Friends, I'm so excited to bring to you my conversation with the amazing Vanessa Ruiz. Girl, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, girl. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored, honestly. Even for like Tucson to Tucson, you know?
I'm just the biggest fan because I know what it takes.
Yeah.
And I've seen your evolution and I'm just so proud of you. By the way, you're the only influencer I follow.
Well, I'm honored, girl. I'm honored. And that's why showing up counts because I have people that I follow intentionally. So if I'm that girl for somebody else, I need to post with intention too.
I would love for you to share the backstory because people see this incredible success, this
Yeah.
incredible large audience that you have cultivated and built. But what's the backstory? How did you become this version of yourself?
It's like there's so many backstories because I can go as far as when I started creating content, which was a long time ago. I remember in like my teen years when I was 20, I would always document stuff and keep it for later. So I was the girl at the family events that would put together that video or that slideshow so that everybody could see and be entertained. So it was always like that director mindset, right? So that kind of started something. And then when I was younger playing softball, like beauty always came as something that I was really curious about. So even playing softball, helping my girlfriends pick out an outfit. So I loved being a girl's girl from like a long time ago. Fast forward, got married, had 2 kids, just divorce hit. And so I needed some sort of an outlet to feel creative and to post my alter ego without being so judged. So I made a separate Instagram account. Yeah, my personal
That's
one kind of kept it really easy. And then this one was more of that like bigger than life energy character. And so that's where it started. And I started posting whatever I wanted there. And that's the one that started taking off. So that's where I feel like that was the alter ego that just turned into a brand.
I love it. So like the personal one, safe, but then the other one can be that unlimited version and show up. But that's what people really want. And I could relate because I really hid behind affirmation, babe. So how do you feel
Yeah.
now, like having the two of them side by side? Have you gotten over kind of that judgment, the fear, and all of
Yeah.
that? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. It is hard though, saying that, and maybe you'll relate, having to, I'll call them identities, because one is your, your brand and then who you really are. So we were just talking about that, how I am out and about and I am an extrovert and doing all of the things, but then I also need to recharge and be a mom and be private and dating and that kind of stuff. That gets no exposure. So that's where it's just like finding the balance between those two, not letting one overtake the other one, just feeding both of them is exhausting. One takes a lot of masculinity because you're an entrepreneur and you want to like show up and work out and do all these things, but I'm also a soft woman, so I need to be the mom and all. So it's just switching over is exhausting sometimes.
How has this last year evolved for you and changed the most?
So much, girl. This last year humbled me a lot. I went through a lot of quiet time, I'll call it. So I separated myself from a lot of things to find out what I really wanted and kind of going back to that like identity crisis that I was having versus who am I going to feed into and who needed me the most, because there's a time and a point where a lot of people want my Vanity and she is out there doing events and galas and working hard, and I neglected who I really was to the core. So this year that quiet time made me slow down a lot and
Mm.
look within. And so I became, I think, a better mom. I looked into wellness a lot more. The lifestyle creation in me started getting a little bit more inspired versus just makeup. So I think I expanded a little bit with that, but it had to do a lot with not caring what everybody thinks, just putting boundaries aside and just doing what I want and not what anybody else expected of me.
I love that because as you evolved, the brand evolved, and I think that's so important, like, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah.
point. If no one sees someone changing, and I think that takes courage too, especially if you have a lot of positive feedback in one area,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Oh, what if I do this? Are people gonna still accept and approve?"
Well, it's been very easy to just show up and be me because it's accepted, but I'm not doing it for the audience. It really was just more for the healing, right? Just like showing up
Mm,
and this is, I
mhm.
did this, maybe it will help you. Because one of the first things I do in the morning, and even now that the new year is going to come, my algorithm is going to define who I want to be.
Ooh.
So I am fitness and wellness and motherhood, and just that person is who I wake up, and as soon as I start scrolling I'm inspired and I stay inspired throughout the day. So social media is a kind of one of those tools that if you use it wisely, it becomes really powerful,
Yeah.
and that inspires me to inspire others.
I liked how you talked about just, like, identity. It is so huge, especially when you're shifting. I don't know if you noticed, it's like a weird like a death happens of the old version.
Ego death, girl. It's a real
Yeah.
thing. Ego death is real. Yeah,
It is
yeah, yeah,
so crazy, but I love that you said that the algorithm changes and you
yeah.
can see where your identity is and what you're attracting.
And that's
I
life too. Who are you hanging out with?
Yeah.
And where are you going? And what situations are you putting, what rooms are you putting yourself in? So
Mhm.
this year I was like, example, I was bored in the summer. I didn't have a lot of business. So I'm like, okay, I need to do something with my life. So I reached out to a few people. There was a suggestion for behind the scenes at Swim Week. And I'm a big fan of
Oh.
Miami Swim Week. Big, big fan. So I sent the girl a DM and I'm like, I'd love to offer my services. Like I'll volunteer for tribute, whatever you need. And they're like, well, what do you want to do? Like makeup or what do you want to do? And I'm like, whatever you want.
I
Like, I'll go
love
up there, uh-huh,
that.
and the next day I get an offer to be the host.
Oh my
After they looked at
god.
my profile and the presence, they're like, "You know what? We'd love to have you as a host." I came on. Right then and there, Teresa, I'll never forget this feeling. I'm on stage, dressed up in the designers and everything is ready. There's people. I got my mic ready, and the co-host tells me, "How many, fashion shows have you emceed?" And I said, "I've never been to a fashion show."
I love that. That right
Yeah.
there is so incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, I need to put myself in these difficult situations because I know I'll be growing. And if I don't like
Yeah.
it, I don't do it. But this also targets different audiences for me, like the models, the photographers, the designers. And I loved it. So I was like, okay, inspiration kept,
That
data
is
kept. So I think it's smart for everybody to do that.
I love that, and it helps you when you put yourself in new roles. We talked about quiet seasons. Never underestimate the power of
Yeah.
just sitting down and getting clear because you come back with a lot more energy, clarity,
Yeah.
intentionality, like
Yes.
just alignment.
I think more people need to know that that's okay, to
Yeah.
normalize that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not weakness, it's not vulnerability. It's like you want to be soft. Like I can be powerful, but I can also be soft and be like, "Oh, I need time." So, and that's one thing I also put like boundaries in my work. I'm not going to take this kind of clientele. I'm not going
I
to work
love that.
past 3. I'm not going to book myself with 12 people anymore.
Love the way you really solidified, like you said, boundaries. And then when it came to like the signature look, how you're like, this is how I'm going to do it. That is
That's
such
it.
a powerful
Yeah.
model. I love that.
Yes. Yes. People, when they reach out to me, they're like, okay, how do I book you? I'm like, right here, you're talking to her.
Yeah.
Like, but the reason is I need a filter to see if you're a good match. You're coming
I
to my
love that.
house, my
Yes.
space. So if you
Yeah.
come in and you want a green cut crease, I'm not your girl.
Yeah.
But if you need somebody who does, I got you. So it's just like, it's the connection. And I think people always come back to me for anything because of that connection that I established.
I love that. So I really wanna talk about how you pivoted to the full-time entrepreneurship creator
Been
life.
doing makeup for I've been saying 15 years for like the last 3 years, so probably longer than that. But I was doing a 9 to 5 full-time medical assistant laser tech, and then I was tired of doing that and makeup. And so I started working at a med spa, and she's like, "I'll be flexible. Just work with me. I'll be very flexible with your makeup career." And I said, "Okay, bet." Towards kind of the latter part of the year, I was getting flown out to New York City and Beverly Hills and West Hollywood, and we were doing a lot more of makeup. So she put me between a rock and a hard place. She said, "You have to pick makeup or working for me because you can't do both now." And so if she wouldn't have done that, girl, I wouldn't have left my steady job.
Oh.
And my dad was super against it because we grew up like with scarcity of money, right?
Yeah. Oh god.
And my sister's an accountant. She's like, "Live like you're poor for 3 months. Let me see if you got this." And I did.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
no Fashion Nova shopping for a while.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, "You know what? If worst case, I will go back to something I know."
Yeah.
And it's been 2 years already, so it's
Gosh.
yeah.
That is incredible. I'm so proud of you. Like, just for
Thank
anybody
you.
listening, like, there is something powerful about taking the leap because there's never the perfect time. No amount of
No.
money to make you feel ready because you think if I save up as an entrepreneur, like 3 to 5 months, like,
No.
maybe it's the time, but, like
No, I've told this to actually men before who say
yeah,
they're not ready. I'm
yeah,
like, being ready is a decision. It's not a feeling. Like I
I love it.
decided I was gonna be ready, and that's what I needed to take. And so my daughter, Mia, my oldest, is very much taking after me. She's
Love it.
at Eller, she's doing photography, she's in clubs, she's doing it all, but she sees that possible. So I love to be able to provide that. And it's because I document that. I don't think I
I
work
love
harder than anybody else, Teresa.
you figured your flow, it's authentic, and I love, like you said, you're like the example for your daughters, and I love to hear that your oldest I love seeing them helping you
Yes, I know. They don't
record.
like to come on camera very much, but they're there.
Hey, at least they, like, wanna be part of the process, that's
Oh,
just
no.
and it's
They like
so
the benefits when I'm
yeah,
like, "Hey, we got invited to this dinner, so I'll pay for it." They're like,
like,
"Okay,
"Okay."
but do I have to be on camera?" I'm like, "Film or be on camera, one or the
Oh
other."
my
So,
gosh. What
yeah.
has been the thing that you didn't expect you'd experience on this journey as, like, the influencer and content creator and growing your
Yeah.
audience? Like, what was unexpected?
I did not expect people to come to me for me to work with them. Because there's trade, right, in my business. Like people will trade all the time, and I used to do that all the time. But now it's just like, let me do this for you, and I'll pay you to come and do something with me. So it's just like I don't have to reach out to people, or it's just them coming to
Mhm.
me gives me a lot of good feelings because they believe in me. And even with that, there's people I turned on because I can't promote your
Yeah.
product. I can't promote your service. There was a dildo company that asked me if I would promote them. I'm like, no, yeah, yeah. Or restaurants that promote very unhealthy food. So as much as I like them once in a while, but it's just not my brand,
Yeah. I love that.
respectfully.
Staying in
Hmm.
alignment with your brand and knowing
Yes.
not to say yes to everything, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because then you get more like, the right things will come your way. You make
Yes,
room for
girl.
that.
That's a hard lesson.
Yeah, with
Because
men
at first you want to do
and in
everything.
and in business.
Yeah, and everything. You want to do everything. You want to say yes to everybody. But I'm like, I actually hate doing bodybuilding makeup because it's not what I like to do. But I tried it.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, you gotta try it
Like,
all.
what would you say is your biggest mission in the work that you do?
I think the more I do this, the more I wanna build confidence in women and get them in that season of, I wanna be the best version of myself, and
Oh.
that's not with makeup. Like, makeup's such a, like,
Mhm.
intro to it,
Uh-huh.
and it makes everybody feel good, and I think that's what started me on this journey, but it's getting everybody to the point to remember who they were before they lost themselves and connect themselves with
Mm.
that. So, just being that person online posting about something that they've thought about a long time, and then that being that sign.
Oh,
So, that's really where my heart is going right now. I've drifted a lot with my content with makeup and lifestyle and wellness, and that's what really inspires me right now. Just
I
women.
love it. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just think it's because 'cause you're like the walking testimony of that. Think about we both have been divorced, and we know what that
Yeah.
does, talk about the identity in that, and then building
Yes.
another brand and a business.
That's it. Because everybody knows you as the person's ex-wife. And so, especially with my
Yeah.
ex,
Oh, I could relate. That's
everybody
why I
knows
never left
him.
my house for 5 years.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
right?
know who
Oh,
I
no, girl, no, same. I was a year and a half working hard, not talking to anybody, celibate, just, like, healing, and
am. Mhm.
it was the most hardest, but I gained a lot of weight that year. It was just, like, you pick up some areas and you
Uh-huh.
lose some, so there's always gonna be, like, there's never a perfect balance, and divorce can ruin you or it can reshape you, and I
Yeah.
decided to, like, have it, give me purpose.
Yeah. It almost, like you said, just gave you the power.
Yeah.
Even though it was like a pain, like turning the pain into power, your wounds into
Oh,
wisdom,
girl.
and then literally,
Yeah.
like, you did transform, like, you're always so gorgeous. I would always see you and be like, "Oh my gosh, she's
Thank
the freaking
you.
best style. Can I borrow her
Oh,
clothes?"
yeah, of
Like,
course, girl,
but
yeah.
your like, your physical body, going
Yeah.
to the gym and literally transforming your body,
Mhm.
tell us about that because
And
that's
for
not easy. It's not
it
who
was
wants to wake
not,
up and go to the gym?
no. No, no, well, it didn't start there, like, I needed help, I needed medical help, I had a lot of medical issues, so I did get a gastric sleeve.
Okay,
That's on record, that was in 2020, and that was one of those things that I started paying attention to signs, and I started seeing people have that, and then
okay.
people post about how the algorithm
Yeah.
is, but
Oh,
also
yeah.
in life, like, you're attracting that, so I remember being at Ironwood Dermatology when I was working, and I had 3 clients talk about that, and so I
Wow.
was just like, "That's my sign," and it was right during COVID, and my parents were like, "We are not agreeing with this," and I'm like, "I'm doing it anyways. I'm an Aries. Don't tell me what to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do." So I did it, and the doctor was very straightforward, and he's like, "The majority of people gain weight back." If you don't change your lifestyle, you will gain weight back. And I was like, I'm not going to be that girl. And
Wow.
so, yeah, that's why I had to change so many things. I broke up with food. I just see this version of myself and I'm like, okay, what do I have to do to be her? And so every single day, the
Mm.
decisions I make that day are that's the goal.
I love that you shared that because that might be the one thing to start someone on that weight loss
Yeah.
journey,
Oh, yeah.
and I think that's what I love about how you put yourself out there. You're authentic. You always say,
Yeah,
"No
I have to
no gatekeeping."
be. No,
No.
no, I'm on a GLP-1, I'm on semaglutide and
Yeah.
microdose that. I've helped so many people because they're scared of asking, and then they're scared of trying, and then here's
Yeah.
this person exposing it like, "Hey,
Yep.
I'm shooting myself up this. It's
Yeah.
okay. You can do it too, and here's
Yeah.
where I go." And so, even that opens the door for my family, my friends. I want everybody to be good.
So, do you have any exciting announcements that you wanna share with this audience?
Well, I can't say too much, but there's gonna be a product coming out soon with
So
my
excited.
brand.
Oh,
It's all in the works, and I'm also very much full time with that social media company I advertise a lot, Iconic.
okay.
I'm gonna start working for them because I do also like helping businesses grow, and I'm a prime example of how I started with 7,000 followers and then went to 60 in less than 6 months.
That's
So
beautiful.
it can be done. It's just like knowing, having the right guidance, I think is really important.
I love it.
We
That
can
is
all do
so
that.
exciting. We can't wait to just follow you on this journey. So for those who are not following yet, I know after listening, they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, where can we find you?" Like, "Sign me up." Where can we find you, and what do you offer right now? Because I know you're in transition with these new incredible opportunities, so certain services change. I know you
Yes.
have educational, like glam
Yes, I
education, all that.
do. So mainly my main source of exposure is the platform on Instagram. So my vanity, and it spells like my name. So it's not vanity like
Oh,
vanity, right? Like what we have. It's vanity like Vanessa. So I wanted to make it a little clever. So Myvanety. And then on TikTok, I'm doing a little bit more. It's funny how random things just
yeah.
split up in TikTok and Instagram. And then my website is www.myvanety.com. And that's where I have my master classes for sale at a very affordable price. You just get me talking to you as your teacher. And I also offer them in person as well.
Okay, that's incredible. So are you booking any more makeup sessions or
Yeah.
glam sessions
Yeah, yeah,
currently
I
or
do it
okay.
all. Yeah, makeup on the weekends, makeup during the week. My makeup classes are a little bit limited just because soccer mom and carpool and the gym is also priority for me. So I literally have a set time, take it or leave it, makeup class, that kind of
I
vibe.
love it. Okay, so do
Hmm.
you have any glam tips for anybody listening right now? What would be like 1 to 3
Yes.
glam tips?
Yes, I actually have 3 really good ones.
Yeah.
Number 1, skin is everything. And I worked in dermatology for 18 years, and I had never taken care of my skin like I do now
Mm,
because the makeup shows up better. So, good
mm,
skin. Number 2, balance. Everybody thinks like, "Well, I'll never get my makeup, do a lot of makeup on me." It doesn't really favor everybody, so I always say balance out your face. If you
mm.
like a filter on Instagram, Snapchat, it's probably because you get good lighting. It's not because they're giving you a red lip and a black smoky with, so balance it. Or your outfit, your hair, everything needs to be balanced, is my opinion.
I love
And then
it.
number 3, layer with intention. Makeup is not about coverage. It's just like, why are we doing this layer of makeup? Make it count. Why are you starting your makeup here versus here? So, understanding why we do things is going to turn out a lot better on your face than just following a tutorial.
I love all of that. Great tips and such
Yeah, girl.
reminders, and everyone, I'm gonna drop the links to contacting her, the website,
Yeah.
in the show notes.
Or
I
like
love
if
that.
there's a time and a place where I post something and you want to know, like, don't be afraid of asking. There's so many people that reach out to me and I answer every single DM unless you're a guy, because
Yeah, I
sometimes,
love that.
yeah, that gets mixed up in there. But women, I am so happy to help. It gives me a lot of purpose. I don't do it for like clout or popularity. I do it because, okay, you want to know something? Let me tell you where I bought it or the link, or,
Mm.
so always ask me. I'm a cool girl. Or even at the gym, people approach me all the time. They're like, hey, what do you do for this? Okay, let's do it. So that's really, I think, just ask. Don't be.
I love it. That's so refreshing that you're, like, approachable, so it's not
Yes.
intimidating.
No.
Just being beautiful from the inside and out. And I have a question. Have you become your dream girl?
I'm going to be 41 in March, and I feel like I am at the peak of my life.
I'm so
But the journey's way more rewarding than having the end goal. It really is, because that shifts the end goal,
yeah.
right? This is just more about like being healthy on the inside. Like I love learning about unconventional things to do, but also wellness and biohacking and peptides and skincare. And that, you know what I mean? So it's just like there's so much information out there that I want to take what I learn and then just like filter it through. And then this is what works for me. So
I love
I
that.
think I think I am my dream girl actually right
I
now.
love
Which
it.
is
I
why I'm
love it.
single, because it's just so hard to like like find that dream guy.
You're
Yeah.
like and
Yeah.
that being said, are you open to love?
You know
But
what? A couple of days ago, when people would ask me my New Year's resolution, it was to fall in love. Like that was gonna be like the goal, to fall in love. But that changed. It did. It did. It was just like, you know what? Maybe I'm not ready growing yet
whoa.
to like fall in love. Maybe I still need to like pour into myself and other people before I calm that area down. Because in the past, when I have, it stumps my creativity a little bit.
Mm.
So it's just like maybe I'm not ready for it. So it's in God's hands,
Yeah.
obviously.
I love that
But
realization, having that awareness, and it's
yeah.
gonna come at the right time, and you'll know it when no one messes with your momentum or creativity. There's
Oh,
nothing
yeah,
like
girl.
a distraction as an entrepreneur, like, my baby's in my
Girl,
business.
no. You know what's a distraction? Your period, your bloating,
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
get
and
my Fashion
luteal
Nova
phase.
order on time. Those are those distractions right now. I can't, like, you didn't text me. I don't want to worry about that. So, yeah, it's just, and also, I think being this person online, it comes with a lot of expectations. I can't settle for just anybody because that's what I
Mhm,
preach. So,
mhm.
it's
Yeah, you
just
hold
have to,
yourself accountable. I think that's why I do the work that I do,
yes,
'cause I'm like, I have to
yes.
practice what I preach. It's like
Yes, girl, and that's hard. Yes, I had a client once call me out because I was telling her about my situation, and she's like, "I'm actually surprised you tolerate that." And that was just like, "Y-
yeah.
"Okay, okay, yeah, all right, let's start over."
But that's
So,
real talk because powerful women we're powerful women could still
yeah.
be in disempowering situations. I've
Oh
been a
yeah.
lot, and that's why I've, like, made this my life work because I never wanna be
Yes.
that version, but it takes a
Yeah.
long time to break up with those habits. Like, if you stand up for yourself, or you say, "No, you're gonna lose somebody," it's the weirdest thing.
No. Easy when you're outside the box. Like when I tell my friends advice, I'm like the smartest girl you'll ever know. And then when I have to follow it, I'm like, well, I don't want ChatGPT, you're wrong. So, but those hard moments shape you. So
Mhm.
I'm okay having them.
I
Like we
love it.
talked about. Like if I fall in love and it goes bad, what did I learn from this? But definitely getting smarter from those experiences is a priority for me. I think that one of my favorite things to do, also maybe mentioning to whoever listens, is I love to collaborate with businesses, especially women owned businesses. So if there's like a boutique or if there's somebody selling a service, if I'm not contradicting somebody else's contract that I already have, like I love to put them on a platform too.
I love
Do you
that.
know what I mean? Like, you need a head start. You're a single mom. Say less. Let me go over, and that's kind of how I met you with Veronica at
Yes,
Truman's
yes!
at the fashion
Yeah.
show. So it's just that kind of thing. I feel like the community in women is so important, and so let's all be a community together.
It's just so powerful, the network that we have
Yeah.
here, but, like,
Yes.
opening it up to everyone and normalizing supporting each other and
Oh
inspiring
yeah.
each other, and that there's no jealousy. When you see someone do something and you're jealous, that means deeply you have that desire. That's what I believe. So don't
Oh
there's no
yeah.
shame in it.
It should be ignition. I think. Like
I
I
love
don't.
that.
And I tell this to men all the time. I'm like, I don't get jealous. Like, if you're trying to make me jealous, I get turned off.
Yeah, oh
But
my god.
if I see a pretty girl, I am like, okay, I want to look like her. What is she doing? But that's
Love
not
it.
jealousy. That's inspiration. And
Yes.
so you're either triggered or inspired.
Love that so much. Alright, so
Hmm.
I'm gonna wrap up with the
Yes.
traditional ending questions. Okay, because I love affirmations. Vanessa, what is your favorite affirmation or mantra that keeps you motivated?
I am becoming the woman that I once prayed for. Truly,
Oh,
truly am becoming.
that is beautiful and one
Yeah,
of my favorites, by the way.
it is.
Love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
What inspires you, your work and creativity?
My daughters, for
Mm,
sure. My daughters, I want them to see me happy, thriving, confident, especially, and showing a good example inside out. So they're number one. And number two is having the platform, honestly, because if I don't post for a couple of days, I'll get a text from one of my friends. What's going on? Are you okay?
mm,
Or if things shift, I have people who I'm really connected with. They expect it, or they're like, how come you haven't been
mhm.
posting? So they inspire me a lot too, and keeps me from losing my purpose.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my gosh,
I
I
feel like
love it.
that's
Last but not least, what are you most proud of?
I feel like I am proud of taking a hobby and making it a brand
Mm,
with no investors, no rules. It was just my hobby, my passion, and it just turned into my income
Oh
and
my
my
god.
brand and why we're here today. I wore a sweater today to the gym and it has my logo, my Vanety, and I wear it so proudly. So that's what I'm the most proud of, just having a name or people going up to me anywhere actually and they're like, "Oh, I follow you. You inspire me," or "I know who you are." I'm really, really proud of what I've become and what I stand for.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please download, rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. Also, be sure to visit my website at teresacaesar.com to check out my inspirational merch, connect to my social accounts, and much more. May you continue to be filled with wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness. Otherwise, friends, I will be back for another episode of Heart to Talk.